Well, it looks like Melody Cherie had to put Miss Kimmi in her place, and LeBerick is still wiping the floor with Destiny's anus. Is Heavenly really done with Carlos? Kyle is allegedly suing Stormi. If you're here for the details, you're in the right place. Hey, welcome to my channel. Thanks for clicking on the video. I am Sasha Renee. The views expressed are my thoughts and opinions over here. Everything said is alleged for entertainment purposes only. This video is covered by the Copyright Act of 1976. In the latest installment of Letting These Hoes Know, the series gives us a closer look at the relationship between Melody Cherie and Kimmi's fake ass. So far, Stormi, her mama, Wanda, and a few content creators have been dog walked. I must say, I've enjoyed every second of it. So it's a 10 across the boards for me. But let's get into this latest episode because it's the one I've been waiting on. Kimmi has always been against Melody. She tried to defend Martell early on when she called him a nice guy, which was a huge red flag for me. I would never want a friend that would say something like that, knowing all the things he did to ruin his marriage. The lack of empathy is disrespectful and disgusting. So I've been side-eyeing her ever since. Kimmi has had an issue with most of the women on the show. She makes negative comments about Melody every chance she gets. I remember when she basically implied that Melody was acting like she was better than them. And y'all remember when she said she wouldn't be friends with Tisha if they hadn't been married into the same family. The back and forth with Wanda. And believe me, I'm not defending Tisha or Wanda. I'm just pointing out the fact that she has no problem giving her thoughts on the women on the show, but has nothing but positive things to say when it comes to the men. Allegedly, she was involved with the Scott brother, y'all know the weirdo, going after Miss Van. And let's not forget how she tried to play in Kiowa's face about sleeping with Maurice while they were still married.
But some of the stuff that we actually say, such as, okay, y'all started dating before we were divorced. People feel like you're saying that as though I was the person that caused the divorce. Some of the implications that were made allowed people to run off with a narrative that just wasn't true. I really don't know how I am responsible for that.
She wanted her to go along with her version of how things ended. Then has the nerve to talk about Sonny. Girl, birds of a feather. Do you agree? Let me know in the comments. So now let's move on to another topic. Dr. Heavenly recently went live to let us know that she will no longer be reviewing Love and Marriage Huntsville with Carlos King on YouTube. I saw a few videos dissecting the last interview Heavenly and Carlos did with Trish's husband, where you could see in her face she didn't like how things were going, and so it seems that she has had enough of being a part of what some would call a toxic workplace. I did not watch the interview, but have seen clips of Carlos responding to Marquez or Marquise, whatever the hell his name is, when he said that edits were bad and Heavenly agreed. You could tell that Carlos was mad because he had his lips twisted in a knot. So I guess we'll have to wait and see what happens next. And you probably have heard the news about Destiny losing in court again. Allegedly, she was found guilty of 9 acts of contempt, fined $20,000, or faced 45 days in jail. If you have been keeping up with the fallout between her and LeBaric, then you know that she is not allowed to speak negatively about him, and did so during an interview on the My Wifey podcast, which I did see and knew then she had put her foot in her mouth. Again, she is just like Martell and don't know when to quit. Now, the last thing I want to talk about is Kyle following through with the threat to sue Stormi and her company. This is not the first time she has been accused of not handling her business properly. Customers have complained about never receiving their orders in the past. I even did a video about how she did Queen Sheba, which will be linked in the description of this video. But that isn't the only content creator she has had issues with. While Kyle was working with her, she sicked him on Here for Hot Tea, and shout out to her. If you're not familiar, be sure to check her out. She keeps her foot on Stormi's nose and has a lot of receipts on her channel. Well, it wasn't that long ago when Kyle was in her comments defending Stormi's company. Now look how fast the tables have turned. He has alleged he was multitasking by taking on several roles within the company because she had no one in place. He says that he loaned Stormi thousands of dollars to keep her business afloat, and also connected her with TikTok, where she was able to set a record with $1 million worth of sales in one live. Kyle claims that he reminded Stormi that the money they made should be put back into the business, but she bought a boat and a Tesla truck instead. Kyle said his access to the company was cut off unexpectedly and believes she didn't like his advice. He's suing to get what he says he's entitled to. Y'all get in these comments and let me know what you think about all of this mess. Let me know. Well, that's all I have for this one. Catch you in the next one.